What is the opera?
What is the opera? The opera is a spiritual journey of soul healing. The opera is a woman looking at the underbelly of herself, the shadow self of her life, and letting it rise to the surface. The opera is an embodiment of a fragmented self and all of her parts breaking off into different identities, and the coalescence and the rejoining of those parts.
What part do you play in the opera out of these fractured parts?
I play the part of yourself that loves you completely and totally, that is full of unconditional love and acceptance. I play the cosmic mother and the shaman and the mad scientist
Who goes by the name of
Wooden Egg and experiments with healing trauma in the most wild of ways and through vocal earthquakes.
Why is the opera improvised? Or what does it mean that the opera is improvised?
The opera is improvised. The opera is improvised. The opera is improvised just as we are improvised every day in our lives. And I'm called to just think of the improvisation of healing and how like we come in with a plan of how it's going to go. And we got it all figured out and we're going to control this. And we have structure and we have plans. But the healing has another idea of how it's going to go. And so the opera needs to be improvised because it's not something that you can control. Like the spiritual growth and healing and coalescence isn't something that can be planned. So it's of the moment with the piano, who's entirely improvised. But it's straddling this line of there is a process, there are words that are memorized, all the text is memorized, some of the order is planned, but it has room for flow and spontaneous necessity.
Why is it a worthwhile project?
This project is worthwhile. This project is worthwhile because it touches on personal healing, which inherently also touches on collective healing, and specifically around the feminine, the divine feminine that has gone through a long age of being silenced and being oppressed and abused. And this opera is an embodiment of the feminine seeing itself and its power for the first time in a while and reclaiming that and looking at its trauma and its pain and suffering in the face and being able to embrace that with loving kindness, and from that move forward to embody the fullness of what it is. The divine feminine's full power.
That's great. What's your favorite part of the opera? Or your favorite aspect of being in this crazy world with me?
My favorite aspect of being in this opera is that it calls all aspects of myself. So I'm not just a performer. specifically with the character that I play, like I'm being called as a spiritual practitioner as well. And it really is a holistic process. My personal growth and development as a human, not just as an artist, has been so carried and so held by this process. It's really been a blessing in my life personally, and I feel that might be true for others in the process as well. So it's really just an honor to, as a performer, to be called, like vocally, physically, mentally, and spiritually, to show up and perform and give birth to this piece brand new every night.
And some kind of thank you for people who are asking to support this.
I am so grateful for the support that you offer. Thank you so much for your generosity and kindness. Done?